a heart attack. Fast fatal heart impact. Past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and past. I back up my actions. Fact, don't ask, grab reactions. Jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused. Call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new silver juice. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now. Y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty, hello everybody. This is Kirisho here, and now, before we do continue, let me just say something. I know it's been a while since I've gone back to this series, and to those of you who are clicking on this and trying to figure out what's going on, I'll summarize some events, but first I do have something to say. Over on my community tab, there are 2 other series I have part 1s to. I was thinking of either building off of what I already have, or remaking the part 1s, and trying to figure out what I should do for the stories. Now, the ideas have been fairly commonly done, and I wanted to see what you guys wanted, a villain or vigilante story. Now, here's the recap for those of you who have been waiting. This Deku, he's currently between 17 and 18 years old, and his face was just plastered all over the news, all over the world, and on a watch list for mutants. Now, Deku, he is considered to be the most wanted. In every instance the Hulk has been encountered, in a handful of them, the Hulk has even been barely scratched, let alone damaged. And right now, the Hulk is seen as a very big security threat. There is no way to control him, no way to restrain him, or limit his powers from what they know. And the mutants, they are letting this man run rampant. And he encountered a Red Hulk. He was a security measure meant to detain the Hulk. And a new Hulk popped up to beat the shit out of that one. Their security measure ended up battered and broken and in a cell. Now, Deku, he also did have the Hulk manifest to protect Katsuki, the female Bakugo, who, as it turns out, is a mutant as well. Now, with all that being said, Deku, him and the Hulk have just merged into one being, and Jean Grey, Deku's girlfriend, was injured. Now, that does summarize the last few parts, and right now we do actually have the next day. Deku, he's sitting down with everybody, Nightcrawler, Kitty, and a few other mutants, and they are all actually somewhat kind of intrigued. I mean, somebody Deku knows is a mutant. I mean, this is practically his sister, right? They grew up until he came here for years. And Deku, he's still sitting there. Right now, he's trying his best not to really break anything. And it's just sort of weird. He's nearly the size of a Colossus. And, well, he's already crushed a few doorknobs. Now, Deku, he is still sitting there. And he is trying to go through his thoughts. They're merged. Him and Hulk. Yesterday was a hard thing to go through and believe. But his powers, they feel so weird. I mean, it's so strange, right? He's in control of Hulk for the first time ever. But something feels wrong. Being around his teachers, being around everybody, he feels not scared. Threatened? Is that the right word? Why is that, though? I mean, these are people he knows, people who he's known for years. I mean, why did he feel that way? Why does he feel this way? Now, that's currently what Deku is thinking. And we do actually have where somebody does come walking to the room. Deku turning and seeing Colossus. As the giant metal man, he does gotta ask Izuku if he is ready for today's training. Training? You mean I'll actually participate? Yes, Izuku. You need to train your strength. Door. Right. Um, sorry. It is alright. Strength is increased and new. However, can you shrink? Or is that not possible? I don't know. I see. Well then, we shall figure this out. Yeah, Bakugo, are you gonna be okay here? Yes, I should be fine. But I'm just trying to adjust. Right, right, I get it, I get it. I just, I'm gonna go with Colossus, and if you need anything, this is Kitty, this is Kirk. They're two really good friends of mine. And, Deku turning around, seeing somebody walk into the kitchen. As he does see Rogue. Right, that's Rogue over there. Hmm? What's up? Oh, my friend, Bakugo? You remember her from the other day, right? I think I saw her in the mansion, but yeah? Right. So, anyways, she's a mutant, and she's gonna be staying here. Oh, really? Yeah, yeah, just, I don't know her. What are your powers? I can create explosives. So, like how your quirk used to be? Um, yeah, but, I gotta be careful. So, Colossus? Right. They're gonna stand. Him bringing his hand onto the table and pushing. As the moment he does, hand immediately just goes straight through, and the table is sent flying upwards on one side. And Deku, he does just go to stare at that, as he does try to awkwardly grab the table and fix it. Now, I really do watch that. As whenever Wolverine does come walking in, he does see Deku just standing there with a table. Him going to turn whenever Wolverine called out for him. Deku turning with the table, as Colossus he's just going to bring up his hand. Him grabbing one of the massive legs, telling him to just bring it outside. Uh, right. Now, Deku walked outside with Colossus. And Wolverine, as he goes to just bring up a claw to pop off the top of a beer, he does comment on it. The kid's uneasy. What are you talking about, Logan? His powers. It's quite simple. Shit. How's the kid supposed to adjust to all this in one day? Besides, last time I really talked to him when he wasn't doing so hot, fucking, what was his name? That other thing popped up. Really? Yup. I don't remember exactly how it happened, but he just turned gray and left. Oh, you mean Joe Fix-It? You know about him? I know some, but I think Izuku is a bit more worried about the Devil Hulk. The who? The big serpent? Right. So what's going on with that? I have no idea. He's private about that. I don't know much. You might have to ask Jean. Right. Now, the room is full quiet. And right now we do actually have outside. Where Deku, he is standing there with the table still on hand. And Colossus, he does try to inform Deku that since the table's here now, they might as well use it. They were going to use their powers. However, first, Colossus does want to know, can Deku, well, shrink, or return as his cousin does? I don't know. Give it a try. Right. Now, Deku is going to bring his hand up. Him trying to calm down. However, nothing really does happen. And right now, Colossus, after seeing Deku attempt this, he does see that Deku, he does still look a little bit frustrated. Or nervous? Now, Colossus does decide to just skip that step for right now, and try and teach Deku how to regulate his strength. Now, classes like this won't go on, and Deku, he does attempt to try and do better, or get better. Now, with that being said, we do actually have about, I want to say, what's a good time? 3 or 4 months later, where Deku, he's been able to try and learn more about this and actually get a better head on his shoulders with his new situation. And Bakugo, she actually has been trying to get accustomed to being in the mansion as well, along with the fact that she's trying to get used to Jean, somebody who is very close to Izuku. Now, with that, we actually have today. Today, everybody, they were going through some training. And there actually was, whenever Deku, he heard the call. Him actually going to stop his training as he's going to turn and run. And right now, everybody, they do pile into the jet and fly off, since there's a threat that needs to be stopped. Now, we do actually have in the city, where, let's say, the Sinister Six, they actually have popped up. And right now, a few people, they are just watching them rampage. And there actually is quite a lot of them. Now, people, they're trying to run and get away. And the heroes, they aren't doing too well. And we do actually have the jet. It does come flying down, as Kirk, he actually is going to pop away and pop back. Him landing on Vulture, as he actually is going to bring his hands up, expressing to the guy that flying around on these things doesn't exactly seem easy. So let's see exactly how they can play. Now, Vulture is trying to deal with Kirk. And right now there are where the X-Men, they try and somewhat branch off. And the teachers, yeah, they want to see how the students can handle this. And there actually is Rhino. Rhino, he actually is charging down the block. And right now, he actually is trying to go after somebody in particular. As Rhino, yeah, he was trying to help out Scorpion. Since Scorpion, he did just so happen to have what they stole. And he was talking about it as if he was going to leave on his own while everyone else was distracted. And while Scorpion, he actually was starting to go on the move, Rhino went after him. However, there actually was where Rogue, she got to pop up. Her flying down and telling Scorpion that he might not want to move. As there actually is where Scorpion does get to stare directly at her, not too sure what she might do. And whenever he actually goes to try and throw out his stinger, there actually was a Rogue brought her hands up and grabbed it. Her throwing it down to the side before just cocking back her left hand and going to swing. And there actually is Rhino. Rhino, he does just stand there watching a Scorpion. He does get directly knocked onto the ground before someone is going to tap directly onto his shoulder. Him turning, expecting Spider-Man. As they're actually going to turn and meet Hulk. Deku just going to directly clock him across the face as the man sent flying backwards and half a city block down. Now, he does go smashing down. And right now, Deku, he actually does step forwards. Him walking past Rogue, as she has asked if he's got that one. Maybe. I don't know. I'm still, not sure how far I could push this. Well, that guy can take a hit, so go crazy. But try and keep him over here. Right. I just didn't know if he could take a punch. Well, he can. I mean, Spider-Man deals with him, right? I think so. Now, there actually is Electro. Electro just saw the biggest and strongest guy of the group get chucked half a city block with a punch. And he does have an idea. He knows the Hulk is the guy that gets really fucking angry, right? So he has the idea to piss him off. If Hulk goes crazy here, then they can get away. And things can go wrong. And right now there actually is Deku. Rhino does get to stand back up. Him going to directly turn and see the Hulk. As Rhino, he actually does start charging forwards towards Deku. And Deku, he actually just won't look down at his footing. Him going to step forwards towards Rhino. Now, Deku and Rhino would clash. And there actually is their current battle. Now, things do look good here. However, there is an issue. Electro, he does decide to help Vulture. And whenever Kirk, he does try to evade and get away from the blast, yeah. Kirk, he almost gets zapped. And whenever Vulture is free, Electro does try to at least inform him. Team up on Hulk and piss him off. Now, this was something that Vulture, he quickly did realize would be an option. And right now Electro, he does actually go to someone to fly over with Vulture. And the others, they're being distracted by Scorpion and Sandman. I believe he's in the Sinister Six. And that's, I believe I've named 5 already, so I just gotta figure out the 6th one. Now, a lot is currently happening. Sandman, he actually is somewhat able to distract the heroes for right now. And there actually is Deku. Deku, he currently is trying to fight with Rhino. The two are in a bit of a power struggle. And Rhino, yeah. He's a bit pissed off, as he actually does try and slam his leg upwards into Deku's gut. Him doing so, as Deku, he actually just feels the wind get knocked out of him before Rhino is going to pull back his fist and slam it out forwards, punching Deku across the face. Deku flying backwards and smashing into the ground, as he's going to get back up. Him doing so and trying to think. Okay, remember Izuku. Keep calm, keep calm. Him turning. As Rivita is going to bring back his hand, he actually feels something zap directly into it. Him screaming out, as whenever Rivita's going to turn, he does get clocked directly across his face with the left fist. And Deku, he does go smashing back down to the ground. And right now, Deku, he actually is losing a bit of that calm. Now, there actually is Vulture. Vulture, whenever he does go to see this, he does think that the two, they might be able to handle it. Since the Hulk, he's not what he thought he was. He's a bit disappointed, honestly. Now, Vulture, he does go back in. And right now, Rogue, yeah. Trying to deal with Sandman, Scorpion, and Vulture. It's not doing so good. And right now, Colossus, he does get to ask, do they believe that they need to step in? Because right now, this doesn't look too good. And Deku does try to talk. Talking about how he has it. Him getting back onto his feet. Before turning and looking at Rhino. Rhino pulling back his fist and someone saying, he really isn't the fucking Hulk, is he? As he's going to directly throw it downwards. And Deku this time is going to directly catch it. Him pulling back his own fist and smashing Rhino across the face. As Rhino, he is surprised. And Deku does get a step forwards. As Electro does go to directly zap him in the back once again. And Deku this time he does get angrier. Him turning and going to bring back his hands. As the moment he does, Deku he's tackled into the ground. Now, things aren't looking so good for Deku. And Deku, yeah. He does hear from Wolverine that he's getting distracted. I got it, Logan. Now, Logan, he's a bit disappointed. And right now, Deku, he keeps hesitating. He's not too sure what he wants to do. With all the training he's been through, he should have this. And right now, there actually is Deku on the ground. Right now, he actually is going to bring his hands upwards and smash that Deku in the back of the head. Before Deku, he actually is going to do something that Rhino doesn't expect. He does going to directly turn his hands and put them down into the ground. Him going to directly grab onto them and dig into the ground before pushing down. And the moment he does, half of the street someone does shift. And Rhino, he's surprised, as his footing is somewhat going to go off balance, as Deku does go directly push himself backwards up onto his knees. Deku smashing into Rhino, as Rhino is going to simply take a few steps backwards. The moment he does, Deku does Godoriki stand back upwards and grab a piece of the ground. Him chucking an Electro, as Electro he actually just go to someone look at that before Godoriki fly out of the way. Before Deku does then go to bring his hands back upwards and clap. Now, whenever Deku does go to Thunderclap, he does hit Electro. Electro flying backwards as the piece of rubble, it actually does smash down the street. And right now Deku, he does a Godoriki turn back to Rhino, stepping forwards. And right now he does go to look up. As Deku, he does just break his nose. Him going to throw his hand forwards as Deku does go to Godoriki grab it, punching him across the face again. Now, Deku, he does actually start to gain the offensive, or gain the advantage on the offensive. Now, a lot of people are watching this, and Deku, he is thinking. He needs to get angry, but he needs to stay calm. Okay, think, Izuku. Think about what makes you angry. Okay, a few things. Stay calm. Everything that's been going on. Deku going to Godoriki bring his hand up and grab Rhino's right arm, smashing with the left. Everything that's been happening these last few months. All of it. From their people being hunted down and people trying to massacre them. Hunting mutants. Deku throwing out a right hook and smashing Rhino backwards onto the ground. As Rhino he actually is laying out and trying to get back up. Deku walking forwards before Deku going to bring his left foot up and stomp it downwards onto Rhino. And Rhino is going to bring his hands up, attempting to grab onto Deku's leg as Deku is actually pushing down, hunting them down and hurting them, killing mutants. People saying that they're monsters. Deku pulling his hand backwards. As Rhino he actually does go to throw his left foot up and smash Deku in the back. Deku going to stumble forwards as Rhino he actually is going to get back onto his feet. People talking about how he's a monster. How everything he's been working for and everything he's thought possible has been changed. Now, Rhino does start Hulk. And right now Deku, he does actually somewhat increase in size. And Rhino does see that. Everything, Deku is stepping forwards again. As whenever Rhino is going to directly throw out his hand, Deku does throw out his own. Their fists clashing and creating a small shockwave. Rhino pulling back his arm, screaming out that it's fucking broken. Now, Rhino does try and break up his other hand. As whenever he actually does try to throw another punch, Deku, he actually does Doki take the punch in his chest. Deku bring his hand upwards and grabbing Rhino by his face, bringing him upwards and smashing him down to the ground. Now, there actually is still Deku. Deku's trying to focus on what makes him angry. And right now, he shifted his focus to something very, very simple. Rogue, and how she was hurt by Hulk. That, it made him angry and it made him sad. Now, there actually is Deku. Him pulling back his fist and smashing it down into Rhino's face. And right now, he actually is trying to bring up his hand to defend. As whenever Deku is going to pull back his hand this time, he actually does feel someone grab onto his wrist. Him turning to see Colossus. As Colossus does tell Deku that it's over. Deku looking down. As he does look up. A few people staring at him. Deku, someone just going to nod, as he has started someone taking a deep breath. Now, a few people were recording. And right now, Deku, he actually says someone turn and look over to a few people. Some immediately going to someone jump backwards, as Deku, he does see that. His, face, so turning into a bit more of a frown. They're scared of him. Now, Deku, he actually is someone going to bend down. Him going to grab Rhino and pull him upwards and over his shoulder. As just ask, exactly, where will they be taking him? That's a bit tricky. Alright. But, what should we do then? I'm not too sure. Listen, We'll talk to someone. Find out exactly where we can get these people stored. Since they're superheroes. Or supervillains. Right, Colossus, but I mean, if we just leave him here, he's gonna try and run. I know. That's why we'll wait for this being where Deku is gonna turn his head. As a man in red armor, he actually is flying down towards the ground. Him slowly hovering down as Deku is gonna see Tony Stark. Oh, good job, kid. Thanks, Mr. Stark. No worries. Let's see. Got to get a specialized place for these guys. Especially that big guy. Taking down all on your own? I did. I did. I see. Well, uh, got time for lunch? Um, all of us? Deku turning to his friends. As someone just come running up and ask if Tony Stark just invited them to go have lunch. Sorry, you? That's Kitty Pryde. Sorry, Miss Pride, but I want to privately talk to Izuku here. Wait, so you actually know Tony Stark? Yes. Did you think I was kidding about that? Honestly, I did. But you haven't been seeing him recently, or wait, have you been sneaking out? I know you've been sneaking away for training with your powers, but have you been going off base or outside the mansion? Kitty, please stop. No, Miss Pride. Actually, that's what I wanted to talk to him about. He's been meeting me and talking to me online, and I wanted to talk to him in person today. Especially about a development I'm not sure if he knows much about. Oh, okay. Now, Tornadoes asked Deku if he can, you know, turn off the green or if it's permanent. Uh, it's gonna take me a minute, but I can. Great, great. So, uh, what do you want to eat? Now, we do actually have about 30 minutes later, where Deku, he currently is sitting down. And a few people, they do give him a glance, since they're pretty sure that that's the Hulk eating pizza with Iron Man. They're sitting outside, and there are 4 boxes of pizza. And Tony right now, he is watching Deku. Deku he has a pizza in his lap, as he actually is munching down on a large slice. Jesus, kid. They don't feed you enough at the mansion? No. Well, they do, but Deku bring his hand up and wiping his mouth. Him trying to tell Tony. He's not too sure to explain it. I mean, I tried doing research on it, Tony, but it's so weird. Um, well, hang on. I just, my notes. They're on my computer. Damn it. Okay, remember. Right. Um, Jeez, kid, slow down. Um, so, from the beginning. Right. I've been trying to do my own research with Beast and figure out a lot more about what this is exactly. I mean, it's weird and strange for both of us. Us? Yeah, me and Hulk. I mean, we're both together in here now, I guess. And you still see the other ones, right? Actually, I don't know. I mean, I have strange dreams, but Other than that, I don't know too much about the other ones. Okay, so about your research? Right, right. Okay, where was I going with this? Everything I've been looking into about my DNA and my biology, it's pointing me towards a few conclusions. You know how you said that my body was full of gamma? Yes. I believe that my body is actually a gamma reactor. And, well, I'm not too sure how that works. My body produces gamma at a certain capacity. It's always present. I mean, like radiation in a banana. But I don't know. Radiation and gamma are two completely different things. And a banana doesn't produce radiation. Yes, it has radiation inside of it, but the radiation, it helps to keep it fresh. I'm constantly producing gamma, and I actually do think that that's part ways responsible for my healing factor. Okay. And because of this gamma increase, I think that it's my metabolism that's speeding up as well. I mean, I was just munching on a tub of peanut butter yesterday, and it felt, I just felt better afterwards. I mean, I need fuel for the reactor. Uh-huh. So, anyways, Tony going to bring his hand up. Him going to grab a slice of pizza. Him pulling it out and looking at it. Black olives and pepperoni. His favorite. I don't know if that's true, don't quote me. Anyways, now, Tony, he does gotta take a bite. Him going to express he actually want to talk to him about a few things, and even see what he might know and even help test a bit more of his Hulkbuster tech. Really? Yeah, I mean, might as well. Besides, I also did want to see if you knew what was going on with his developments over in Genosha. Oh, right, Genosha. You heard of the place, right, kid? I have, but Deku going to look up, seeing somebody glare at him as they do go to walk past. Deku just going to somewhat stare back as he's going to wipe his mouth. I haven't really been there. Okay, so, you know what it is, though. Magneto created it some time ago, if I remember it correctly. Maybe a month back, right? 28 days, but yeah. Okay, so you wanted me to help you test Hulkbuster armor and you're bringing up Genosha. Why exactly? Because, Tony, I do somewhat see a bit of a pattern. Oh, no, 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 nothing like that. Tony bring his hands up. Listen, I just. I was wondering exactly what Magneto is doing. I mean, the Brotherhood of Mutants, they were active a lot whenever you guys were gone, or whenever the gap happened, the 5 years. And we believe that the Brotherhood of Mutants, they're active in Genosha. So you want me to go there and take them down? No, 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 not take them down. We just were wondering if you can go there and ask Magneto or talk to him. He doesn't exactly like us and the Avengers, but he'll trust you for being a mutant. Plus, if I do have this correct, aren't you and Abomination, as he's called, related? Mm-hmm. Yep. Right. So, I also do have reason to believe that your uncle's in Genosha. Hmm, okay. And, is there still anything about my grandfather? And where he might have been? Zuko, I'm not too sure. Listen, kid, it's unknown at this time if he's alive or dead. I mean, we haven't seen anything about him in years. And Abomination says he's dead. But I've been looking for him and nothing's popped up. I'm sorry. If anyone would know who it is, it could be your uncle. Right, right. Thanks, Tony. But, I don't know. If I go there, what will I find? Can you tell me anything about it? I can't. So, do you think that you'll be up for it though? Possibly? I mean, I can go, but me and my friends, all of us will go. If I just walk into Genosha alone and everyone sees me, what might they think of me? I mean, I'm a mutant, I'm a freak. I'm, well, I'm a monster. Kid, you're not a monster. I mean, you're at best uncontrollable in the wrong circumstances. At worst, you're a, well, hair triggered gentle giant. Wow. That was terrible. You know that? I don't give the pep talks, I leave that to Rogers. Right. So, anyways, right. Do you think that you can get back on your own, or I should be able to do it? Deku gonna stand. And right now, a few people do go to watch as Deku, he does go to Doki grow a few feet before he also somewhat go to increase in muscle mass. Deku turning back to his Iron Man before gonna grab the pizza. Him grabbing two boxes and gonna turn and tell him, thanks for lunch. And he'll talk to, well, Professor Xavier and see what's going on with him. Right. Talk to the Professor Kid. I know I've mentioned this to him before, but he might be hard headed in this. I mean, him and the guy, um, Max? Is that his name? Um, Magneto, but I don't know his first name. Right. I know Magneto and Xavier have history. I think they do. So, anyways, they're going to turn and leap off. And right now, Tony is going to watch that. Deku, he does going to leap up and fly through the air. Him heading to the top of a building. And right now, their actions for Deku, he does going to get back to the mansion. Him smashing onto the lawn as he's going to walk inside. Him going to walk forwards and decrease in size. As Orange is going to walk in, he does going to tell anybody around that he brought pizza and to get it while it's still here. Now, some people are going to pop in. As right now there actually is Rogue, who's going to pop into the room as she's going to turn. Directly going to see Deku as he does just stand there putting down the boxes. Kirk popping in, talking about how that's no fair. Joke's on you. Anyways, I call dibs on 3 slices. Well, what kind are there? Now, Kitty would come facing through the wall. As right now, Deku, he does also see somebody come flying in. Him gonna directly turn and somewhat smile. As there is Jean. And Jean actually is gonna fly forwards, directly into Deku. Her asking him if he's okay. I'm fine, Jean. It's okay. Really. Are you sure? Yeah, but how are you feeling? I mean, you were acting strange after everything that happened. Are you still feeling odd? I'm fine. I'm fine. What'd you get? A pizza. Deku turning and pointing. As Rogue is gonna point out that that's the obvious. Right. Anyways, I gotta go do some more research with Beast. Um, maybe we can hang out later, Jean. Right. We're gonna smile. And Deku's gonna turn and walk away. And there actually is Jean where she's gonna get a slice of pizza and walk out of the room. Her doing so, as whenever she does, she actually is gonna somewhat have a flash in her vision. Her gonna bring her hand up onto the wall as she actually gonna drop her slice. Her bring her hand up to her head as she does try to somewhat focus. As there's that thing in her head. This feeling. It burns. Now, Gina's gonna look down. Bring her hand down. As the moment she does, her hand is starting to somewhat glow. Her eyes widening as she actually gonna bring her hand backwards and into her body. Before looking back down at it. It's normal again. Her looking back down at the pizza. Bring her hand outwards and pulling it upwards into the air. And thinking for a minute. Blue hair on the backside. Someone forgot to do their chores. And right now, there is Beast on her pizza. Now, she does get to walk back inside, tossing away the slice and grabbing a brand new one. Before just simply going to try and walk away and disregard what this might be. These strange issues have been popping up before, but she isn't too sure what to say about them. I mean, she thinks that they're part of her powers, right? It's got to be her powers, just acting up. I mean, she's seen this instance before in one of her memories. I mean, her powers, they're evolving. Right, that's got to be it. Now, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.